This video is part 3 of a 4-part series, 20 tips to grow your photography business in 2022. Now, these are steps you can take today to grow your photography business. If you've missed my previous videos and the accompanying articles that have been posted over at F-Stoppers, all of that will be linked right below. This series is a collaboration with Lancaster, PA-based headshot photographer Richard Wayne. I would also like to thank photographers Michael Shack and Mike Sansoni, who run Headshot Hot Sauce, which is an organization that trains headshot photographers specifically in sales and marketing. Much of what I've learned has been directly through their mentorship, so check them out, also in the description below. Number 11, people are not dollar signs and they can tell if you care. Money is important. Managing money, knowing what you are worth as a photographer, all of this is imperative if you want to be successful in photography or for any business for that matter. But the minute you start prioritizing profit over people, you're on a surefire road to failure. Business is all about relationships, and treating a client like a money piñata is not only wrong, it's also bad business. People are not stupid, and they can see right through a person who is money driven, and they can also tell if you genuinely care about their needs. Now, as a small business owner, your reputation in the community is going to precede you, whether it's good or bad. Number 12, you are not too good to clean your own toilet. Many years ago, I had a business associate who wanted all the benefits of being the boss without having to make any of the sacrifices. And this person avoided doing anything that he felt was beneath him, which basically included everything other than collecting a check. Now, after a few months of running a brick and mortar business with this person's help, I noticed that I was the only one who ever cleaned the studio. And eventually I realized that this person considered tasks like cleaning, moving equipment, running errands, and even dealing with problematic clients as beneath him. He knew that I would do these things too because it was the right thing to do, and I just did it. So he didn't bother to do any of them, and he left me to clean up every mess, both literal and figurative. Now, years later, I attended a reception at Peter Hurley's studio in Manhattan. After the event, which included refreshments for the guests, I watched as Peter just started cleaning up his own studio. And there were many people, including his own employees, in attendance who were helping to throw out trash and put the studio back in order. But I was struck by the fact that Peter did not think it was beneath him or not his job to clean his own studio, even though he is one of the most renowned headshot photographers in the world. And I learned a valuable lesson from both of these experiences. A great leader does not consider any task beneath them when it comes to running their own business. They see what needs to be done and they do it. My former colleague thought he was too good to clean his own bathroom, and that obviously shows major character flaws that spill over into every aspect of a business. And I can tell you from experience that working with this person was a constant problem because that was his attitude everywhere. Number 13 is email marketing. A great way to build your brand and to gain clients is by sending out periodic email newsletters. And these newsletters can include anything from photography tips to stories about clients to community things. It's really up to you. But the key to effective email marketing, besides just being consistent with the emails, is to create emails that are engaging and relevant. Now, as a headshot photographer, I'll send out emails with headshot tips and things like that. Because not only does this provide my clients with valuable information that's relevant to them, but it also positions me as an expert in my field. So for instance, an email I might send out would be something like makeup tips for headshot. And this is going to get a lot of positive feedback because not only does everyone want makeup tips when they're getting a headshot, but it's relevant beyond someone getting professional headshots because it applies to any photo you take. So it has a broad appeal. Now, you want to make sure that your emails also have a clear call to action, like a button that says book now. This way, if someone is ready to book you, you make it easy for them to go and book you. Number 14, networking groups and trade associations. As I've mentioned in previous articles and videos, you might be the best in your area, but if nobody knows who you are, it doesn't really matter. And although you probably won't gain a ton of direct business fast by joining a local chamber of commerce, for instance, it does allow you to build relationships with other business leaders in your community. And as word spreads about your business, and as you become a valuable and trusted member of your community, your business will no doubt grow. So I consider networking groups and trade associations as part of the long game. And what I mean by that is you're not necessarily gonna see an instant booking when you do that, But you have to think about long and short-term goals when it comes to growing your company. And a lot of advertising is really playing the long game. So you can't just go to one meeting, say nobody booked me, and then give up on it. You have to be a presence. You have to establish yourself as part of the community. So what I suggest in this area is you start planting these seeds and then you keep nurturing them and then watch them grow. It's just like when you plant regular seeds, right? If you stare at the ground, you're never gonna see it grow. But if you go about your business and just keep nurturing those seeds and watering them, all of a sudden you're gonna have plants, you're gonna have vegetables or whatever you planted. So that's how you have to look at this kind of marketing, and honestly, a lot of marketing when it comes to your small business. Number 15, and this is a super important one, stop competing with other photographers. A common and awful fatal mistake that photographers make is trying to compete with each other. And there are so many reasons why this is just foolish. But simply put, the only person you should be competing with is yourself. Once you take your eye off the ball and you start looking at what other people are doing, you start to lose sight of your own business and your own goals. Now, the absolute worst way to do this is to compete with others on price and start a pricing war with them. Yet I've seen companies do this to their own demise. So let me give you an example. Say you've got someone across town who's offering photography services similar to what you do, and they put up $99 portrait special. You see that because you're paying attention to them instead of your own business, and you say, well, I'm gonna get their clients, so I'm gonna do $95 portrait sessions. And then it goes back and forth, and now you've and this person have ruined the market for both of you. So you can see how this is a bad idea very quickly. So my suggestion is don't compete with people. Don't even look at what their prices are. I'm in one of the busiest areas in the world. I'm right outside of New York City. There's thousands of wonderful photographers in my area. I don't care what they're charging. I don't look at what they're charging. I don't look at their websites. I don't try and compete with them because that is bad business practice, and all it's gonna do is make my business worse. Now, what I do is I just try and make myself better. I am constantly trying to become better at what I do. I'm constantly trying to offer better services to my clients, and I'm constantly growing or trying to grow as a photographer so that I'm the best in my market. That's a much better way to spend your time than trying to see what people around you are doing. Did you ever wonder why Dunkin' Donuts and Starbucks can both exist on the same block and be highly successful? Well, I can assure you it's not because they're trying to compete with each other on price or on their services. It's because they've spent their time focusing on their own brand and creating a unique experience and value for their clients. This is what you need to do as a photographer. Spend your time doing that instead of looking at what Joe Schmo down the block is doing, and I guarantee you, your business will grow. All right, everyone, well, that's it for this video. This is part 3 of 4, one more coming soon. I hope that you've been enjoying these business tips. If you've been implementing them and you see growth in your business, please let me know in the comments below. As usual, hit the like button, subscribe, share this video if you so desire, and I will see you in the next one. Go out, have a great day, take some pictures, and I will see you in the next video, everyone. Bye for now.